Hello class, welcome back. This is the third presentation from our introductory week of Writing for Online Media. This one will be short and sweet. How to use the Class Wiki. I hope you've had the chance to see my first two presentations. If not, please do so when you have a chance. I hope you're all becoming comfortable with BlackBoard. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to share them on our discussion board or contact me directly either via email or on my cell phone. One of the assignments this semester is to post content on our Class Wiki. What exactly is a wiki? This is when I wish we were in a physical classroom so I could see all your hands shoot up with the answer. The word wiki means quick in Hawaiian. That's a bit of trivia you may or may not have known. It's come to have a new meaning in online writing. A wiki is a web application that allows anyone visiting a website to edit content on it using a web browser, either through a markup language or through a WYSIWYG editor. A markup language can be something like XML, which stands for Extensible Markup Language, or it can be the more common HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. XML and HTML, these are simplified standard generalized markup languages, or SGMLs. There are a variety of SGMLs, such as XML and HTML. They're the standard protocol for formatting and displaying documents on the World Wide Web. That's one way to edit content on wikis, through such things as HTML code. Another, easier, more user-friendly, and increasingly more common way is through a WYSIWYG editor. WYSIWYG stands for What You See is What You Get. Just like mainstream word processing software that allows you to easily edit your documents with a menu bar of visually identifiable icons, like one for bold, one for italics, one for underline, WYSIWYG editors allow you to make quick and simple changes to what you see on your screen when you visit a website that allows users to make edits. The most popular wiki is Wikipedia. Imagine the days before the internet, when poor souls had to rely on expensive multi-volume encyclopedias for their knowledge. Those print editions were edited by a select few, written by hired pros in their field, and if they included mistakes or if their information became out of date, the reader had to wait for the next editions to be published. Online wikis changed all that, for good and for bad. Now anyone can make an edit to a wiki entry. If you look up something on Wikipedia, odds are that it'll have the most current information, more timely than anything the quickest printing press can muster, or even quicker than anything the most gifted television news producer could edit and broadcast. The negative side is that some of the information could be false and not properly vetted by experts. The positive side is that crowdsourced content can fill in the gaps for any given subject far better than a handful of editors, no matter how skilled they might be. The content online isn't limited to a finite set of print pages. A curious person can find detailed information online for just about anything. In addition to Wikipedia, some other wikis include WikiHow, WetPaint, Product Wiki, and Wincyclopedia. WikiLeaks, which you've probably heard about in the news, started out as a wiki, but it no longer accepts user edits, so it's wiki in name only. These are some examples of wiki engines, the platforms that power all the wikis out there. Aside from being fun to say out loud, MediaWiki, TikiWiki, DocuWiki, JSPWiki, Wikawaka Wiki, you don't have to know much about them except be appreciative that these engines were created to make the public's use of wikis as smooth and simple as possible. For our class, we'll be using a wiki on BlackBoard. I also teach a traditional version of writing for online media in a physical classroom, and I have my students create a wiki on wikispaces.com, which is an excellent tool. For the purposes of this class, I'm trying to keep our material together as much as possible on our BlackBoard home base, fordham.blackboard.com. This screen grab that you're looking at now is what you'll see when you log into our class. This week, after you've created your individual blog, which I talked about in my last presentation, I'd like you to post on our Class Wiki. Here's how. On the left-hand column, over here, where you see the maroon-colored tabs, click the one that says Class Wiki, right here. Click. It'll take you here. you'll see a little description of our class wiki. This wiki will be the location where you can add your publicly shared content, etc., etc., etc. Click the link where it says Class Wiki, Writing for Online Media, Fall 2013, right here. Click. Now you'll be in our class wiki. I've already added an example of the type of content I'd like from each of you. Basically, I want you to create, as I did for myself, a page of your own on our class wiki that will list your blog title with a link to it, a mission statement about your blog, and eventually a link to your guest post assignment. This will be the place too for you to post anything else you might want to share about yourself, a video, an audio file, a link, and so on. So use my Nick Leshy wiki entry as an example, and here's how to post one of your own. First, make sure that the wiki is set to edit mode. On the upper right hand corner, the green light should be on. Up here to the right. If it's not on, just click on it, and you'll be good to go. Now you can post a comment to my own Nick Leshy entry, down here where it says comment. Or you can post a comment to your classmates' entries once they're set up, just as they'll be able to comment on yours. So let's add your own content. On the very top, click Create Wiki Page. If you click Edit Wiki Content, over here, you'll be editing my own entry, which, like in other wikis, is a risk of crowdsourced content where anyone can make changes or add something new or delete something that's already there. So if you were a wise guy, you could re-edit my fine work and turn it into something silly or embarrassing, which would serve as a life lesson for me, but let's not go there, shall we? You wouldn't want someone to rearrange your content, would you? If we see a mistake, or if any of you have questions about the content or suggestions for improvement, I recommend just posting a comment about it, right here. If mistakes linger, if I'm too slow to make those corrections that you might have suggested, then we might take action and fix each other's works ourselves, if any of us are slacking. So our class wiki will look clean and professional. Anyway, back to creating your own wiki entry. At the top, as I said, click Create Wiki Page. Click. You'll be taken to a form like you see here. Just fill in the blanks. Where it says name, right here, please type your name, as I did. In the big content block down below, right here, type in your text as you want it to appear. You can see that you don't need to worry about any HTML coding. The wiki uses a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get, right here. So, highlight any words you want to bold, and click the bold icon. Highlight any words you want to italicize, and click the italics button, and so on. Follow my example and type in the title of your blog, and then type in your mission statement. Hopefully it's more creative and imaginative than mine. Then make the title of your blog serve as a link that will take the reader directly to your blog. How cool is that? Here's how to do it. Highlight the title, right here, highlight it. Then click the link icon, which is right here. See, it looks like a chain. That's the icon. So click. This is the insert link form that will pop up. Where it says link path, up here in the blue field, simply type in or copy and paste the URL or the web address for your blog. In my case, the link to my blog is nickleshy.blogspot.com. Next, where it says title, over here in the next field that's blue, write the name of your blog. In my case, it's City of Kick. This should be the words that you highlighted in the previous screen. Those are the words that will become a link. When you're done, click the Insert tab, and that should take you back to the prior page. The Insert tab is right here. So when you're back in the prior page, when you're happy with how everything looks, click the Submit button, and you'll be all done. You can always come back and make changes or add new content. Simple. There you have it. That's how to use the Class Wiki. Please post your entry there so we can make our Class Wiki something for all of us to look at and enjoy. And we'll all be able to look at the blogs that we're all creating. If you have any questions, please share your thoughts on our discussion forum or email me directly at nickleshy@aol.com. Thank you. Next week we'll be looking at some blogging tips, some general writing tips, and how to combat writer's block. Thanks again, and talk to you next week.